Father, before the stress of this day begins, before fear fills our minds, before anxiety steals our peace, we come into your presence this morning. Some people listening right now already feel emotionally tired. They woke up carrying pressure, carrying stress, carrying silent worries nobody else knows about. And Lord, some listeners are exhausted before the day has even fully started. Their minds feel overwhelmed, their hearts feel heavy, their emotions feel drained from carrying too much for too long. Some are afraid about the future, some are struggling financially, some are battling anxiety silently every single day. And secretly, some listeners feel like they are losing strength emotionally. But Father, today remind every heart listening, they do not have to carry this day alone. Your word says, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. So this morning, Lord, we surrender every fear into your hands, every anxious thought, every stressful situation, every burden that has been stealing our peace, because worrying cannot change our future, but your presence can change our hearts. Father, let peace enter every anxious mind right now. Let calmness replace panic. Let faith become stronger than fear. And remind every listener this morning, you are still with them, still protecting them, still guiding them through every difficult season even now. Father, some people listening this morning are tired in ways they cannot explain to anyone else. Tired mentally, tired emotionally, tired spiritually. Some have been carrying silent battles for far too long. They smile around people, but inside they feel overwhelmed constantly. Anxiety has been draining their peace. Stress has been draining their strength. Fear about tomorrow has been filling their hearts with heaviness. And Lord, some listeners feel exhausted from trying to stay strong for everyone else. They encourage other people, they support other people, but secretly, nobody truly knows how much pressure they are carrying inside. But Father, you see everything. Every silent tear, every sleepless night, every fearful thought hidden deep inside their minds. Your word says, come to me all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. So this morning, Lord, let every tired heart find rest in your presence. Let every anxious mind feel calmness again. Let every emotionally exhausted listener feel strength again. Father, remove the heaviness sitting on their hearts today. Remove hopelessness. Remove panic. Remove the fear that keeps whispering negative thoughts into their minds. Replace fear with peace. Replace stress with calmness. Replace emotional exhaustion with fresh strength. Lord, remind every listener, they are not weak because they feel tired. They are human, and even during difficult seasons, you are still carrying them, still protecting them, still making a way forward. So today, let every weary soul breathe deeply again. Let every restless mind slow down again. And let every listener walk into this day knowing they are not fighting alone anymore. Father, some people listening this morning are secretly afraid about the future. They do not know how certain situations will work out. They do not know how problems will be solved. They do not know what tomorrow will bring. And slowly, fear has been stealing their peace every single day. Some listeners are afraid financially, afraid emotionally, afraid that life may never become better again. Some feel trapped between faith and anxiety. One moment they trust you, and the next moment fear takes over their minds again. But Father, today remind every listener, fear does not control their future. Your word says, do not fear, for I am with you. Isaiah 41:10. Lord, let that promise calm every anxious heart this morning. Even when life feels uncertain, you are still in control. Even when answers do not come quickly, you are still working behind the scenes. Even when doors remain closed, you are still preparing a way forward. So today, Father, break every chain of fear. Break every cycle of overthinking. Break every negative thought speaking hopelessness into their minds. Replace panic with peace. Replace anxiety with faith. Replace discouragement with strength. Father, some listeners have carried fear for so long that they no longer remember what true peace feels like. But today, let your presence calm every storm inside them. Let every restless mind feel safe again. Let every fearful heart breathe deeply again. Because no situation is greater than your power. No storm is greater than your peace. And no difficult season can stop the plans you still have for their lives. So this morning, Lord, let every listener walk into this day with confidence instead of panic, with peace instead of fear, and with faith that you are still carrying them through every battle ahead. Father, Some people listening this morning honestly feel forgotten. Forgotten by people, forgotten by friends, forgotten by family. And secretly, some listeners even wonder if you have forgotten them too. Because they prayed, but nothing changed immediately. They waited, but life still felt painful. They trusted, but the storm continued. And now, some hearts are becoming tired emotionally. Tired of waiting, tired of hoping, tired of believing things will finally improve. But Father, today remind every listener you have not forgotten them. You still see every tear. You still hear every prayer. You still understand every silent battle hidden deep inside their hearts. Your word says, "Be still and know that I am God." Psalm 46:10. Lord, help every anxious heart rest in that promise today. Even during seasons when heaven feels silent, you are still working behind the scenes. Even during painful waiting seasons, you are still preparing blessings they cannot yet see. Father, some listeners feel discouraged because nothing seems to move forward. Opportunities remain delayed. Answers still have not arrived. And slowly, hopelessness begins growing inside them. But today, Lord, let hope rise again. Remind every listener, delays are not denials. Closed doors do not mean their future is over. Waiting seasons do not mean you abandon them. Because even now, you are still guiding them, still protecting them, still making a way forward. So today, Father, remove discouragement from every heart. Remove hopelessness from every weary mind. Replace fear with peace. Replace frustration with faith. Replace anxiety with trust. And remind every listener this morning, their story is not over yet. Their breakthrough is still possible. Their healing is still possible. Their future is still in your hands, and you are still making a way. Father, some people listening this morning have not felt true peace in a very long time. Their minds are always racing. Their hearts are always worried. Their emotions constantly feel heavy, even when they try to rest. Anxiety continues speaking inside their minds. Even when they try to sleep, overthinking steals their peace again. Some listeners are exhausted from carrying stress every single day. Financial stress, emotional stress, family pressure, silent burdens nobody else fully understands. And Lord, some people no longer remember what it feels like to feel calm inside. But Father, today, let your peace enter every anxious heart. Your word says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you." John 14:27. Lord, let that peace cover every listener this morning. Calm every racing thought, calm every fearful emotion, calm every restless spirit. Replace panic with peace, replace stress with calmness, replace fear with faith. Father, remind every listener, true peace does not come from perfect circumstances. True peace comes from knowing you are still in control. Even when life feels uncertain, you remain faithful. Even when storms continue, you remain present. Even when fear attacks their minds, your peace remains stronger. So today, Lord, let every heavy heart finally breathe again. Let every anxious mind finally slow down again. Let every emotionally exhausted soul finally rest again. Because no storm is greater than your presence. No fear is stronger than your peace. And no difficult season can separate them from your love. Father, surround every listener with comfort today. Surround every listener with strength. Surround every listener with supernatural peace. And remind them, you are still carrying them through every difficult season. Still guiding them through every uncertain moment. Still making a way, even now. Father, some people listening this morning feel emotionally weak from carrying too many battles for too long. Life has drained them mentally. Anxiety has drained them emotionally. Stress has drained their strength little by little. Some listeners are tired of pretending they are okay. Tired of hiding their pain. Tired of carrying pressure silently every single day. And Lord, some hearts feel completely exhausted this morning. They wake up tired. They go to sleep tired. Their minds feel heavy constantly. Their emotions feel overwhelmed constantly. But Father, today, breathe fresh strength into every weary soul. Your word says, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Isaiah 40:31. So this morning, Lord, renew every tired mind. Renew every discouraged heart. Renew every emotionally exhausted spirit. Father, remind every listener, feeling tired does not mean they are failing. Crying does not mean they are weak. Struggling does not mean you abandon them. Some seasons simply become heavy. Some battles simply become exhausting. But even during difficult seasons, your grace is still carrying them. Even during painful nights, your strength is still holding them together. So today, Lord, Let every listener feel stronger after this prayer. Stronger mentally, stronger emotionally, stronger spiritually. Remove the heaviness that has been sitting on their hearts for too long. Remove emotional exhaustion from their minds. Replace weakness with strength. Replace hopelessness with courage. Replace fear with faith. Father, some listeners secretly feel like giving up, but today, remind them they have survived every difficult season so far because you never left them, and you are not leaving them now. So let fresh hope rise again. Let fresh peace rise again. Let fresh strength rise again, because you are still the God who restores tired souls, still healing broken hearts, still carrying weary people for every storm, and still making a way forward, even now. Father, some people listening this morning feel frustrated because they cannot see anything changing in their lives. They have prayed, they have waited, they have trusted you, but the situation still feels difficult. Some listeners feel stuck emotionally, some feel stuck financially, some feel stuck spiritually. And Lord, some hearts are becoming discouraged because they cannot see progress. They wonder if their prayers are even being heard anymore. They wonder if things will ever improve. But Father, today remind every listener, even when they cannot see it, you are still working behind the scenes. Your word says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. Romans 8:28. So this morning, Lord, help every anxious heart trust you again, even when answers take time, even when doors remain closed, even when life feels uncertain, because silence does not mean absence. Delays do not mean abandonment. Waiting seasons do not mean you stopped working. Father, some listeners are emotionally exhausted from trying to control everything themselves. They carry pressure constantly. They overthink constantly. They fear the worst constantly. But today, teach every listener how to surrender fully into your hands. Teach every fearful heart how to trust your timing. Teach every restless mind how to rest in your peace. Lord, open doors at the right time. Make ways where there seems to be no way. Bring peace into situations that feel overwhelming. Bring strength into hearts that feel weak. Bring hope into minds that feel discouraged. Father, remind every listener this morning, you are already ahead of them, preparing blessings they cannot yet see, protecting them from battles they do not even realize, guiding their future step by step. So today let every heart release fear, let every mind release panic, and let every listener walk through this day knowing you are still faithful, still present, still in control, and still working everything together for their good. Father, some people listening this morning are carrying pain they never speak about openly. Hidden pain, emotional wounds, silent heartbreak. Some were hurt by people they trusted deeply. Some were broken by rejection. Some still carry painful memories that continue hurting them every single day. And Lord, some listeners smile around other people, while secretly feeling broken inside. They pretend to be okay. They pretend to be strong. But deep inside, their hearts still feel wounded. Some are tired of crying silently. Some are tired of hiding emotional pain behind fake smiles. Some are tired of feeling lonely even when surrounded by people. But Father, today remind every hurting heart, you still heal broken people. Your word says he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147:3. Heal every broken place inside them. Heal painful memories. Heal rejection. Heal loneliness. Heal emotional exhaustion. Heal the silent sadness hidden deep inside their hearts. Father, remove bitterness from every wounded spirit. Remove hopelessness from every discouraged mind. Remove fear from every anxious heart. Replace pain with peace. Replace heaviness with comfort. Replace emotional exhaustion with strength. Lord, some listeners feel frustrated because healing is taking time. But today remind them slow healing is still healing. Even when progress feels small, you are still restoring them little by little. Even during painful seasons, you are still close to them, still comforting them, still carrying them through every difficult moment. So this morning, Father, let every wounded heart feel your peace deeply. Let every hurting soul feel your love strongly. Let every emotionally exhausted listener feel hope again, because no pain is beyond your healing power, no broken heart is beyond your restoration, and no difficult season can stop the love you still have for their lives. So today, let healing begin flowing into every heart listening right now, and remind every listener, they will smile genuinely again, they will feel peace again, they will feel joy again, because you are still the God who heals broken hearts. Father, Some people listening this morning feel trapped inside situations they cannot control. They cannot see a solution. They cannot see a clear path forward. Some listeners feel stuck financially, some feel stuck emotionally, some feel stuck spiritually. And Lord, some hearts are becoming tired from carrying uncertainty every single day. They have tried their best, they have prayed many times, they have waited patiently, but life still feels difficult, and slowly fear keeps whispering inside their minds, nothing will ever change. But Father, today silence every voice of hopelessness, because your word says, I will make a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah 43:19. Lord, remind every listener this morning, you are still the God who makes impossible things possible. Even when they cannot see a door, you can still create one. Even when life feels blocked, you can still make a way forward. Even when situations feel hopeless, your power remains greater than every obstacle. Father, some listeners are emotionally exhausted from carrying discouragement for too long. They are tired of waiting, tired of struggling, tired of hoping things will improve. But today, let fresh faith rise again. Let fresh hope rise again. Let courage rise again inside every fearful heart. Lord, remind every listener their breakthrough is still possible. Their healing is still possible. Their peace is still possible. Their future is still possible. Because you are still working behind the scenes, still opening doors, still protecting them from unseen battles, still preparing blessings they cannot yet imagine. So this morning, Father, help every anxious heart trust you again. Help every fearful mind believe again. Help every emotionally exhausted soul find peace again. And let every listener walk into this day remembering, no situation is greater than your power. No obstacle is greater than your ability to make a way. No storm is stronger than your peace. And no difficult season can stop the plans you still have for their lives. Because even now, you are still guiding them, still carrying them, still making a way forward, one step at a time. Heavenly Father, thank you for every person listening to this prayer right now. Thank you for every tired heart, every anxious mind, every weary soul silently carrying battles nobody else fully understands. Lord, you have seen every sleepless night, every silent tear, every fearful thought hidden deep inside their minds. You have seen the emotional exhaustion they carry every single day, and even during the moments they felt overwhelmed, you never stopped being with them. So this morning, Father, as every listener steps into this new day, surround them with peace. Let peace fill their minds. Let peace fill their hearts. Let peace fill their homes completely. Remove fear. Remove panic. Remove hopelessness. Remove the heavy burden of anxiety from their spirits. Father, let every listener feel lighter after this prayer. Let them breathe easier again. Let them feel calmness again. Let them feel hope again. Some listeners have carried emotional pain for too long. Some have carried stress for too long. Some have carried fear for too long. But today, Lord, break every chain of anxiety. Break every cycle of overthinking. Break every spirit of discouragement speaking hopelessness into their minds. Replace panic with peace. Replace stress with calmness. Replace fear with faith. Your word says, peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. John 14:27. So this morning, let your peace cover every listener deeply. Let every restless mind finally rest. Let every heavy heart finally feel comfort. Father, bless every listener emotionally. Bless them mentally. Bless them spiritually. Bless their families. Bless their homes. Bless the work of their hands. Open doors no one can close. Make ways where there seems to be no way. Protect them from seen and unseen battles. Guide every step they take today. And even if difficult moments appear, remind every listener you are still with them, still protecting them, still guiding them, still carrying them through every difficult season. Father, let every listener leave this prayer stronger than before, stronger mentally, stronger emotionally, stronger spiritually, and let them remember this throughout the entire day. Fear does not control their future. Anxiety does not control their future. Hopelessness does not control their future, because you are still in control, you are still making a way, and their story is not over yet. In Jesus' mighty name,